Morning, madam.
Morning, madam.
Okay, so today we would like to present on our AP portfolio, which we have chosen the topic of phobia.
Yes.
Before that, I would like to introduce myself first. Me, Tiruna Kalai, and my partner.
Vinita Tadichandran.
Okay, first of all, we'll introduce about our topic. As we can see, for the last few decades, scientists, psychologists, doctors have researched and analyzed many people who suffer from different kinds of phobia. Well, what are phobias? Well, phobias are extremely complex. As we can see, there is actually no way to tell 100% certainty that someone is suffering from phobia. However clear the indications are, majority of the phobias developed during the early age, which is childhood, and the teenage years, which also is known as early adulthood. Well, it is actually rather unusual that if we say that phobias are developed out of nowhere after the age of 30 to 35. So, as we can see here, phobias are actually developed during childhood. Okay, and then I would like to speak about the causes of phobia. Okay, phobia can be caused by stressful situations, um, also certain experience and frightening events as the main thing. Okay, I would like to give some examples of phobia where there is hemophobia, where it is the fear of blood or injury. For instance, if you have had an injury during your childhood, and then you will have this kind of phobia that causes you to be scared of blood and injury. Next, it's glossophobia, which is the fear of speaking in front of audience. So if you have the fear of speaking, maybe during childhood you have developed that, you have that kind of feelings, that antisocial, so feelings, so that you won't be able to speak in front of audience, and that is actually known as glossophobia. Okay, next type of phobia would be agoraphobia, which is a sort of fear of open space. And then these types of phobias are actually very common among people these days. Okay, also it is also known that children can develop some phobia if one of their parents suffer from it. And it also matters that if the children are progressively aware of this during their childhood. Okay, well, phobia is developed during the age of 4 to 8 years old. Certain events in life, that, for example, unpleasant experiences can often plant a seed which will eventually grow over time and slowly turn into some sort of phobia. Example, unpleasant experiences, for instance, confined in a small space, could actually potentially lead to claustrophobia in later stage of life, which is also known as being claustrophobic. A person being scared to be in a kind of small room, things like that. Okay, next, prolonged causes of phobia would be that some areas of the brain which is known to store information about dangerous and even deadly events. Okay, this kind of deadly events could be like maybe you have been assaulted when you were a child. So if these similar events confronted sometimes in the future, the brain automatically recalls those old memories, where the body reacts as if it was a recurrence again. Okay, next, phobia is also known to many as an irrational phenomena, sometimes possible to treat sufferers by managing to get brain to replace the bad and negative memories of certain events with something more logical and rational. Okay, and then this is actually said that areas of the brain deals with fear often keep retrieving the bad memories. For instance, if you had a bad memories when you were small, and then your brain keep recurring that memories since and you get the phobia that you're afraid of it. So next point would be pessimism. Well, pessimism is also related to phobia. We can actually see this by what is pessimism. Pessimism is actually having negative thoughts that is often brought by personal feelings. Okay, what is pessimism? It's a kind of negative thoughts that a person has in him or her. Okay, and then a pessimistic person is a person with a negative thinking, always thinking about negative things, that what will happen bad, and if so and so. And then a person who is pessimism, they are always having the feeling of hopeless and also courageless. People are often demotivated and give space for fear to conquer them. So this kind of pessimistic character actually allows phobia to kill them slowly. Okay, next my partner Vinita will talk about the
Okay, thank you, Tiruna. I would like to continue the next part, which is the ways to overcome phobias. There are two ways that we can actually overcome phobias. The first way is by treatment, and the second way is by optimism. Treatments. What are treatment is like something that we can give a person to cure something. There are certain treatments to get rid of phobia. The therapy that example of treatment is by going for
yes, going for
by consulting therapies, because the therapies can actually provide us certain therapies such as cognitive behavioral therapy or exposure therapy. What are those therapies? Firstly, I would like to talk about cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. CBT is a type of counseling that can help you manage your problems by using these two prolonged approach that tackles your anxieties by first addressing your thoughts and attitude about the fear, and secondly combating your physical responses to the thing you are afraid of. One process used within this is known as cognitive restructuring. Okay, for instance, you can actually begin to repair your faulty thinking by either discussing your fear with someone else, or even you can actually self-talk. You tell to yourself about what you fear, and maybe by doing so, you can actually know in detail what are you fear of, and maybe that can help you to solve your phobia. The idea is actually to reveal that if you confront your biggest fear, there's no chance that you'll come to any harm at all. Another part of CBT treatment process that often used to treat simple phobias involve gradual exposure to your fear so that you will feel less anxious about it. This is also known as desensitization or exposure therapy, which goes to the next point of my treatment,
okay.
which is under exposure therapy.
Okay.
Exposure therapy is the most effective way to overcome a phobia is by gradually and repeatedly exposing yourself to what you fear in a safe and controlled way.
Okay.
During this exposure process, you will learn to get rid of the anxiety and fear until it inevitably passes. With each exposure, you will feel more confident and in control of the phobia that is in you, and the phobia will begin to lose its power.
Oh.
Phobia can be overcome by following these simple steps. Firstly, you need to make a list. What I meant by making a list is that, if you are scared of snakes, for example, maybe you can actually go into Google and search about snakes, look into snakes pictures, know what do snakes eat, any characteristic of a snake. That is actually to make a list. By doing so, you will actually try to overcome slightly a little of your phobia by actually going to looking to have a look on how a snake looks like actually.
Okay.
The next step is to build a fear ladder. Building a fear ladder, it means taking steps from beginning until the end on how are you supposed to fear your phobia.
Oh.
In the case of snake, maybe you can actually start going to the zoos to go and see the reptiles, see what are the types of snakes available in your country, and so on. The third point is make your way up the ladder. Once you already complete the first step, don't stop. Go to your next step. Maybe by having the courage to touch the snake.
Oh wow.
Maybe asking maybe taking a picture with the snake.
Selfie.
Taking selfie. Now this trend. So by doing that, you will intentionally try to reduce your fear on that snake.
Snake. Okay.
And the fourth step is to practice. Don't just follow the step. You have to make sure you practice this thing regularly. If you practice this thing regularly, then only you will have the confidence that you are no more fear of the snake.
Yes, practice makes perfect.
Yes, that practice makes perfect. Okay, next part I would like to move to the next point, which is optimism.
Uh, yeah, please. Which is actually the opposite to pessimism.
Yes, optimism is actually the opposite of what Tirna said earlier, which is pessimism. Okay, phobia occurs based on a person's mindset. If their mind is set, control, overcoming the phobia will be one possible thing to be done easily. Why I say so? This is because an optimistic person is a person with a positive thinking. As we know, a pessimistic person is a negative thinking, right? So opposite meaning is a positive thinking. If they have a positive thinking, they will be hopeful and be confident about their future. If
Yes.
they are hopeful and being confident about their future, they will never give in to the fear easily and will actually get the courage to handle the phobia by finding ways and solutions to overcome their fear and phobia.
Yes.
But by having optimistic characteristic in yourself, this will the changes on your fear of phobia will change gradually. It will not change on that time itself, but it will take time.
Take time slowly.
Yes. Here I would like to give an example of phobia, which is ethical phobia. Ethical phobia is a phobia where people are fear of failure. Why I say fear of failure, it can also relate to we as students. We often scared of failing something, maybe during our examination,
Yeah,
right?
exams. No
Exams are like everybody fear of exam because they do not prepare, maybe last minute
Lack of
studies,
time.
lack of time to study. So how you actually undertake over this phobia is by maybe you can do proper preparation, not to
Yes.
do a late study,
Yes.
have a early having a timetable,
Yes.
make sure you follow your timetable. After you follow your timetable, have a proper timing to study.
Yes.
Don't think that later lah, last minute studies
Yes.
will never help
Yeah.
you. So by taking proper preparation, and if you follow the 4 steps that I said earlier, which is making a list and all that, it might also lead we can actually reduce our fear.
Yes. So for the conclusion, what would you like to say, Winnie?
The conclusion is that phobias are curable and manageable if dealt by appropriate psychologists.
Yes.
And the self-control is we have to be optimistic, be positive, and don't have a negative thought.
Yes. Okay. We would like to say thank you
Thank
for
you.
listening. Bye bye.